video, we'll look at the feminist perspective of sociology, which examines the impact of gender in the social ordering of our relationships at a micro level, and our institutions at a macro level. It will also summarize the 5 sociological theories that have been presented so far. During this video, please reflect on the following analysis questions. What is the feminist perspective of sociology? What are the goals of the feminist perspective? Who are the main theorists who contributed to feminist theory? And how is adult education described by feminists? Feminist theory is distinct from other theoretical perspectives in that it is women-centered and interdisciplinary, and it actively promotes ways to achieve social justice. 3 core questions inform feminist theory. What about the woman? Why is the social world as it is? And how can we change and improve the social world so as to make it a more just place for women and for all people? Feminist theory explains the ways that women have been systematically devalued and oppressed in many societies, and emphasizes that gender equity is a prerequisite for social development and progress. This approach emphasizes the fundamental importance of gender for understanding society and social relationships. The history of feminism can be divided into 3 waves. The first feminist wave was in the 19th and early 20th centuries. The second wave was in the 1960s and 70s, and the third wave extends from the 1990s to the present. Within the theory of feminism, there are multiple schools of thought, including liberal feminism, Marxist socialist feminism, radical feminism, psychoanalytic feminism, cultural feminism, postmodern feminism, etc. Feminist theory is most closely aligned with the conflict perspective, as it draws on the historical and contemporary subordination of women and analyzes differential power and authority and the exploitation of one group by another based on gender. Unlike conflicts, theories focus on social class and the economic elements necessary to challenge the prevailing systems. Feminists focus on women and their ability to amass resources from a variety of sources. Early theorists include Jane Addams, Anna Julia Cooper, Charlotte Perkins Gilman, Alexandra Colante, Harriet Martineau, and Marianne Weber. Feminists believe that the education system is patriarchal and reinforces gender differences. Feminist theory aims to understand the mechanisms and roots of gender inequality in education, as well as their societal repercussions. It argues for better allocation of resources so that women can obtain a fair share of educational opportunities. Feminist perspectives look at the personal and institutional challenges that affect women's entry and active participation in adult education programs. It places emphasis on the importance of women reclaiming and validating the learning that comes from their life experiences as women. According to feminist theorists, women enter adult education with specific personal histories, learning styles, and expectations that are shaped to varying degrees by their experience as girls and women in society characterized by male power and privilege. In order to provide an adult education program that is appropriate to women's needs, it is necessary to understand their experiences, their learning needs, their difference and diversity among them. In this series of videos, we discussed functionalist, conflict, interactionist, critical, and feminist sociological theories. The purpose of these videos is to show that every theory provides a framework that we can use to think about adult education in society. Functional theory views the role of adult education to teach the necessary skills and norms for individuals to participate in society. Conflict theory identifies factors related to class relations and economic exploitation in adult education. Interactionist theory helps us to understand the meanings, identities, and social relationships associated with adult education. Critical theory helps adults recognize and challenge the dominant ideology, fosters liberation, unmasks power, and helps to overcome alienation. Feminist theory examines the personal and institutional challenges that affect women's entry and active participation in adult education programs. Please consider the following synthesis questions. What are the key features of the feminist perspective? What are the similarities and differences between feminism and the other sociological perspectives? How does feminism view education in general? What is the purpose of adult education as viewed through a feminist perspective?